I'm in a city where people can't leave the game anymore. Everyone lives in these houses, which are basically really simple houses. But they'll have to complete the challenges, and the last one to leave the game will win a game pass completely for free. Literally, people can't leave the game at all. So for that, I called my friend, who's going to help me organize everything. He said, now we're the administrators. And that's true, but I didn't understand why he made this avatar that looks really old, and for some reason he added a beard. So I think I'll have to do that too. Here on the right, I'm going to use this item, and I'll also use these pants. Now I'm ready to do this, but he'll have to help me with the very first challenge. So I'm going to drive his car, and now I'll have to go back to the neighborhood to pick up the first players who are going to do the challenge. I even flew up here, and it's going to be exactly these players who live in these houses. But I don't know which one I'm going to choose. I'll probably choose this player. So he'll have to leave from here to do the next challenge. Now he just needs to get in the car, and I'll have to pick up another player, who is probably this one, and he also left from here. And I picked this player because he's really strong, and the next challenge is going to be super important because it's going to be a giant race. He's even staring at me, and he said, what does the loser lose? Look, the person who loses will have to leave the game, but he got really scared. So now I'm going back inside, and he also has to come here. He's even staring at his enemy, but the next challenge is going to be an impossible race. Basically, the two players are going to stand exactly on the yellow line. Perfect, he's arriving here, but both of them will have to run at the same time to this red part, which is really easy. But I want to know if they understood that, and it looks like this player understood, and this other player understood too. Now I'm holding this sign, and it can simply start. They're both running back here, but the red player ended up winning. And guys, he won quickly here in Roblox. But my friend got really close, and he said, so the taxi driver lost? Yes, he really lost, and unfortunately he's eliminated from here. Now both of them are coming back here, because only one of them won, and now this player will have to leave, because the other player ended up winning. He said, I finally upgraded my house. And that's true, since he won this round, his house ended up improving, while the other house had to leave the game. And out of all the houses in this neighborhood, this is literally the best of all. But now, we'll have to come back here, because I need to pick up the next players who are going to the challenge. But my friend will have to help me decide what the next challenge will be, because I have no idea. This player can enjoy his new house, and he's already coming here and making his food. But I want my friend to say where the next challenge will be. He said, I'm going to hide an item in the school, and whoever finds it first wins. Look, that's going to be pretty interesting, but we have to choose two players to do this, because there are really a lot of players here who could take on this challenge. But he got out of the car, and it looks like he has something to say. He said, what if we do a fashion competition instead? That would be better. Guys, we have this giant house where I can basically host fashion competitions. So let's do exactly that. I'm coming here to pick up this player, and now she's coming here to compete in this challenge. And I'll have to pick another player too, which is going to be this one. And he just came out from here, and both of them will have to compete to see who makes the best avatar of all. But I'm coming up front, and this is exactly where everything is going to happen. So I'm coming to this part, and my friend came here too. And apparently, he's coming back here to organize the event, because there are several buttons here, and he's pressing some of them to make the place look better. He even turned off the lights, but these two players will have to make the best avatar possible. And my friend and I are going to vote on which avatar looks better. He said, the one who loses shouldn't leave the game. They should win a game pass. Look, but that doesn't make sense. Actually, the one who wins should win a game pass. But guys, now they'll have to make their avatars. So she's coming right here to start making changes to her avatar, because there's this room where you can do all of that. And it looks like this player is coming here to the other room in this house, which is exactly this one. I'm even coming here because I want to see all of this happening, but it's just me here judging the avatars. Actually, my friend just arrived, and it looks like he's going to help me too. And now we're both here, ready to do the voting and see which avatar looks better. And guys, this is taking way too long. And finally, it looks like it started. All the lights were turned off, and I want to see which avatar is going to appear first. The first avatar just showed up, and I think this one is an 8. So I'm writing down my score, which is an 8. But I want to see what score my friend is going to give. He's writing it down here, and he gave a 10. So she simply got a score of 18, which is the sum of his score with mine. So now she went back there, but I'm really curious to see how the other player's avatar turned out. And it looks like the presentation started, and the theme is water. This really looks very interesting, and I'm really curious to see the player's avatar. He even showed up here, and this is just really ugly. This is the worst avatar I've ever seen. And now he's dancing here like his avatar looks good, but actually, it looks horrible. So I'm going to write my score, and my score is 0. This avatar is really ugly. My friend even gave a score of 2, which means this player failed. He simply had to leave the game, and this was the worst avatar I've ever seen in my life. He's even staring at me, and he said, did he really think his avatar looked good? Look, I think so. He probably thought his avatar turned out great. Now she arrived here, and he said I was going going to fail. And guys, in the end, she passed this super important test, and she just advanced to this new house. She even went back to this house, which is simply really nice. But now, we have this house, and also this other house, where the owners of the houses need to compete. My friend is even running back here, and I'm going to have to pick them up. He said, what's the challenge going to be this time? Look, the next challenge is going to be really important, because after winning it, there will be only 3 players left who will compete in the hardest challenge of all. So now, I'm thinking about what the next challenge is going to be. And this player has a car, and this other player also has a car. So they're going to have to do a race. But my friend is going to organize it and invite them to do the next challenge. Because meanwhile, I'm going to have to set up the track to do the race here in Roblox. And apparently he understood that, and he's coming here to pick up the players. And the first player arrived here, and apparently he's a noob. He's finally coming here and arriving with his car to simply do the race. But guys, he seems really happy. I hope this player wins. And I still don't know who the player is that he's competing against. He's even staring at me. And he said, if I win, can I donate the game pass to someone who needs it more than me? Look, of course you can. You can do whatever you want. You can receive the game pass, or even donate it to someone who needs it. He's the one who's going to decide that. Now my friend is inviting this player, and apparently he's back here, right behind his house. And now he finally got here. It even looks like he's a very important soldier. And now he's finally coming here. You can see he's arriving back here for the race. And this race is fair, because both cars are really simple. But I want to know which one of them is going to win. Now my friend is finally coming here to watch the race happen. And actually, I'm going to place this chair back here, but I can't manage to do it. Then my friend said, that's my car. And guys, I hadn't noticed that this car is his, but he removed the spoiler and is going to place a chair. Perfect, he placed it here, and now I can watch the race happen. But here on the right, I'm going to grab this camera, and that way I'll be able to see everything. I really want to see which one of them is going to win, but I hope the noob wins, because he seems like a good person. So I'll have to start this race any moment now here in Brookhaven. But first, I'm coming up front, and I said, the race ends at the horse barn, okay? And I hope they understand that. He said, okay, I already know I'm going to win, and this noob is going to lose. Guys, this player is talking bad about the noob in Roblox. Now I'm going back in my car, and the noob left from here, and he looks really serious. He's really ready to win the race. And finally it started. Both of them started, and I'm watching it happen. I really want to see who's going to win. And it looks like the noob actually won, while the other player lost. The noob simply ended up winning, and apparently he's really happy. He's even dancing here, while the other player fell to the ground, because now he'll have to leave the game, and now he disappeared from here. He literally left, and the noob came back here, and he can get in the car, because we're going to the last challenge, and this one really has to be the hardest challenge of all. But I already know what the next challenge will be. I'm going to have to hide something on the map, and the players will have to find it. He said, let me hide it, it'll be better. Okay, my friend is going to hide it, and I don't know if the noob should be hearing this, because now he knows what the next challenge is going to be before the other players. And now he's coming to his new house, and this house is really nice, but there are only 3 players, and only one of them can move forward. Literally, only one of them can win, and I really don't know which player is going to win this. But guys, my friend is coming back here, and it looks like he already hid the secret item. I actually want him to give some hints about where the item is that the players will have to find, but it seems like he wants to say that. So he got back in the car, but since it's the final challenge, we can't use this car. Actually, I'm coming here to get the final car, which is basically the most important car of all, because this car is the final challenge car. Now he got here too, but I'm arriving in the neighborhood to pick up the last players. I got here, and I arrived without any problem, and without causing any accidents, but this player has to come here, and he just got a new house. But unfortunately, he'll already have to return to the challenge to do the final challenge, where he can literally win a game pass. Now I'm coming here to pick up the next player, and I don't know who lives in this house, but it looks like he came right here, and now he's back here. So I'm coming here to get the last player, and she's also coming here and sitting in this spot. Now the next challenge is going to be really important, and it will also be a very fair challenge, because they'll have to find an item that not even I know where it is. So it's going to be up to luck. I'm arriving here, and all of them have to stay behind this yellow line, because my friend is going to explain the challenge. Now they're coming over here, and everyone is arriving and standing on this yellow line to hear what the next challenge will be. I'm coming here too, because I want to find out what the next challenge is going to be, especially since my friend didn't tell me. I only know that he hid an item, but I don't know where it is. He said, the item I hid is in a white place that looks like a bridge. Look, I don't know what that is. It's a totally white place. So it could be this restaurant, because it's white, but it could also be this bridge. I literally don't know where it is, but the players are already running around, checking all possible places. Now she's coming right here to the bridge, but from what I can see, there's just nothing here. So she's checking a place that has nothing. And this player is coming up front, and apparently he wants to check this ramp, because it's white and kind of looks like a bridge, but not really. He's checking all the spots on this bridge, but he's not finding the item. And guys, I don't know where the secret item is, but the noob is sitting back there, and I don't know what he's doing. I'm getting closer, and I said, why aren't you looking for the secret item? And it looks like he simply gave up on everything. He said, because I already found it. Look, I doubt he found it. He said, it's the place that looks like a bridge, but isn't, so it's that giant thing. And from what I can tell, he's talking about this thing that's right here, so he should go there now. He said, but I don't know which one is the right one, and I don't know either, but this player back here is listening to what we're saying, and apparently she's running over here to check if the secret item is here. And if the secret item is here, the noob will end up losing. So she's getting up here, but I doubt the item is here because it hasn't appeared yet, which means it's not here. Now it looks like he ran out from here because he knows where the secret item is. But I want my friend to say if the secret item is really there. And guys, it looks like not even he knows. He said, I already forgot. I just know it's a sword. Okay, the secret item is a sword he hid. Now this player is climbing up here and coming right to the top. The other players are also running here because they found out where the secret item is. But the noob is already going up, and I want to see if the item is really here. But he finally got to the top, and the sword is really here. And he grabbed it and ended up winning the challenge. He literally just won this. But the two players who are coming over here unfortunately lost, and both of them will have to leave the game. This is really sad. Now his house ended up evolving. He even came down here to basically talk to us, and he's going to have to choose the game pass he wants, and it can be any value. He said, I want the horse game pass. And guys, the horse game pass only costs 60 Robux, so he has to choose a more expensive game pass. I recommend the VIP because it's the most expensive one of all. He said, I want the VIP and the horse. Guys, for some reason he really wants the horse game pass, so I'm going to give him the VIP, which simply costs 1,000 Robux. Perfect, I gave it to him, and he just received the game pass. I'm even giving him the other one too. Perfect, he got it, and now I'm sure he's really happy because now he can get the VIP cars. Actually, he got this horse, and now he can customize the horse, and he made several modifications here. He even ran off. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the become a member button and I'll add you on Roblox.